Hello guys, welcome back to our BTC analysis here. You know that every Sunday I want to do a weekly analysis and a macro analysis to see what we can expect in the longer term future. So right now here on the daily, I'm still having the Elliott wave count. You that been following me for a long time from the 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now, just expecting for the fifth wave to start. As I've been saying in the past, I did think that we're gonna reach the top sooner. But it looks like this is a massive fourth wave. I do think now when the institutions have also joined the market, that the market dynamics have changed, and I do think the market will behave a little bit similar like the stock market. So I do believe we're still gonna go higher, but we're gonna take our time before we continue higher. So right now I have this pitchfork here on the daily, the shift one. I'm just waiting right now for us to reach the median. As I've been talking for a long time that it's a 90% chance we'll reach the median line. Right now I do think we might kind of fluctuate. You can see here on the weekend, as I covered in my previous video, that we'll probably see some sideways before they will continue. And we have to pay attention because this median line here will act as strong resistance in my opinion. So I do think we can maybe bounce a little bit more down, then we're going to reach the median line, and then we're looking for a retrace before then we'll continue higher. Because I do think this median line is not going to be this is not going to be permanent resistance. We're going to break it sooner or later, but we're probably going to see something like this, probably a bounce down to the 0.31 fib level. So if we draw the fib from the lows here, then the highs, probably something like this I'm expecting to see on Bitcoin. And I do think especially in June and July we're going to start breaking the highs here. So something else now on the weekly, we still have this pitchfork here that we have not yet reached. As I've been saying earlier, from the lows here we have reached the pitchfork perfectly. You can see here all the algorithm started selling, but I don't think this is a fifth wave. Of course there's a possibility this is a fifth wave and the bear market has started, but I do think we're still for a final push up, and I think this push is going to be very, very intense because the next target, as I've been talking, if we drag from the lows here to the third wave, and then we ideally want to use the, let me just check something here, ideally want to use the fib based on the non-log. So you that follow me, you know we caught the bottom here at the 0.31. So make sure to join my Telegram. You see on the screen who I announced it in the Telegram. I was bullish down here, and right now the most common target for the algorithms is at the -236, which is sitting exactly at 85,000. So that's going to be the next algo target. So if I had to speculate, I do think we might see something like this in the next weeks. Here probably resistance, going to have a quick sharp drop before then we'll continue, touch the median line, and that's when you want to go short, because once we reach this median line we're going to have at least 1 year bear market in my opinion, maybe more. But as I said, the market dynamics have changed, so we might see some more sideways, but I do think the top is going to be in, and that's the important part. So that, for example, we can see here in the previous bull market the top was in, but we still had sideways here before then we started trending lower. Sometimes we're just going to crash down immediately. I do think the top is going to play out something like this, like the previous bull market. I don't think it was going to be a sharp drop and a sharp crash. I do think it's going to be something more in between. But overall, 85,000 in my opinion is an excellent area to start pulling profits out from the market on Bitcoin. And then of course, once we reach it, we also want to see what Ethereum is doing and what the altcoins are doing. If we check now the altcoins, the past week they started moving a bit. Right now we see a pullback on the weekend. We're still in this range on the altcoins. As I've been saying, we see a lot of altcoins have started moving, but a lot of bad other altcoins have also been going down. So you can see here we're not in so much green on the total altcoin market cap, which is very good in my opinion, because we want a few altcoins to perform well, and the ones that are not good, it's better to not be invested in those and invest in the strong ones, like Solana, we've been seeing performing really well, and Near, for example. So I do think we're still headed up to the 1 trillion market cap on the total altcoin market cap. We can also see here, if we take from the lows here to the highs and to the recent lows, and we'll go away on the log scale. This is something I've been talking about before. I'll just show you the power of this pitchfork. You can see here where the altcoin topped exactly at the median line here. I still think this is not the top, because if we go on the log scale, we still have another median line up here, which I do think that's where the altcoins are going to be final top, around 1.1, 1.2 trillion market cap for the total altcoin is going to be. We can also see here in the past, the same pattern we see right now. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also have a smaller time frame here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, that was the wrong one. If we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's change colors. We can put this for red, for example. So you can see here, if we take from the second wave here to the third wave, we can see we also had at bottom here, you can see the wicks at the 0.31 actually, and this one you can even use fibs based on log scales. You can see here even more clear how the altcoins bottomed here. And those who followed me back in January and February, you know that we called this alt season perfectly last time. Before then alts started rallying, and right now we have the same pattern but on a bigger time frame. So we have it from the second wave to the third wave here, so exactly the same pattern playing out over and over again. So sitting at a 0.31, so we're basically here now but on the bigger time frame. So soon we're gonna see something like this, which is gonna be even more impulsive, and that's when we're gonna see the stronger altcoins performing really well. So that's what I'm looking at right now. On Ethereum, personally, I'm still looking for this pitchfork here on the macro target. I do think we're gonna reach this middle line sooner or later. I've been having this magnet for a long time. The pitchfork is still in play. It's hard to predict time, but it's easy to predict price with pitchforks. So all I know, we're gonna reach this middle line, this bull market. Right now, Ethereum has been holding the 0.5 line surprisingly well. We're coming here dangerously close, but Ethereum managed to make a reversal. Right now we're holding up well. The pitchfork I like to have on Ethereum right now is on the daily. So I use the lows here to the highs, actually on the 4 hour here, and to the lows. So right now you can see here on the shift one, you're sitting at support on Ethereum. So we're probably gonna bounce here. And my target is this original pitchfork. This is quite an impulsive move we're gonna need to have on Ethereum for us to reach this middle line, but I do think it's possible because Ethereum still has a long way to go. So this would mean Ethereum has to reach the target before July 24th, which is a bit of a stretch in my opinion, because it can take longer for Ethereum to climb. But I do think there is possibility that for Ethereum to reach this middle line, there is of course possibility, but I will not say it's a very high probability, but I would say it's around 50% in my opinion, maybe even more, for Ethereum to go to this middle line. But this means we need to start moving. If we start going down here again, then we'll lose our chances. Ideally, we want to see Ethereum climb above this 0.5 line here. Before then, we'll continue higher. So this is more or less for today what I want to cover. If you like my analysis, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join both my Telegram. Telegram is for free. The Discord, I have a paid option if you want to follow all my current trades. I also teach my strategy, which has taken me years of backtesting my pitchfork and Fibonacci, how I use them. Otherwise, leave a like and see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for